voice of Woody. And Tony Hale, the voice of Forky. All right, how's everybody feeling? You got some questions? You're armed with some good questions? You were great last time. Okay, how are you guys feeling? And I want to know, this franchise has been such a juggernaut and so successful. Toy Story 3 alone made nearly $500 million at the box office. What kind of pressure is there to do as well or top?
Not until now.
You're welcome.
Right.
I guess I should answer that question.
Go for it.
Well, I will say that when we start off in the story room just thinking of ideas, we're never thinking like, oh, Toy Story 3 made all this money, we got to do that same thing. We're just trying to tell a good story, that's all. If we start to think about all the stuff that happens afterwards, I think I could just collapse on myself.
We wouldn't do it. We started just thinking about the box office.
Right, so, but we love these characters, we love the world, and Pixar's built upon Toy Story, and so we just wanted to tell a great story.
And Tony, talk to us a little bit about joining this family that is already so established and so beloved.
Yeah, it's overwhelming, and which helps because Forky is very overwhelmed. But I remember when they brought me up to Pixar and they kind of described him as, he's kind of nervous, and I was like, check. He asks a lot of questions, check. And he's kind of gullible to a fault, and I was like, bingo, I'm in. So I just love that he, sees everything as new, and I mean, mainly I love that he's a character that his home place is trash. That's all he knows, is to help people eat soup. And then Woody comes along and shares that he has a greater purpose. And I think just in life, anybody who might see themselves that way, and they have worth, they have purpose. And that's just a beautiful message that Toy Story is giving us.
Indeed. Thank you, guys. Okay, out to you. Right here, front row.
Hi, Jeremiah.
Yeah.
Hi, Jeremiah with Laughing Place. This is for Annie. What is it like stepping back into Bo Peep's?
Knickers?
There you go.
Pantaloons, I think. That old-fashioned thing. Well, lovely with a new, improved, emboldened, courageous, seasoned gal. It's been lovely.
Okay, right here. I like your vest.
Oh, thank you. It has a back with Woody on it, too. This question is for Tom. My name is Jessica from The Healthy Mouse. And when I saw the movie, I never predicted that this was going to be the end of Woody's story. I didn't think that this is where it was going to go, but it's so beautiful and so perfect. And I was just wondering, what were your thoughts and emotions when you first read the script for Toy Story 4?
Reading the script, that's hilarious. The way this has worked, on the first one, and this was now 4 years ago, we actually did read a script. It was a screenplay that looked like every other screenplay, and you read that, and then you saw every storyboard animatic of the entire story. The second movie, there was a script, but there was no really. We had made one. We had the understanding of it. We realized there's no real way you can appreciate the weaving of imagery and character that Pixar did on the paper. So they really did wait to see the sequences put together. The third one, they didn't even bother doing anything other than showing us the movie in animatic form before we began recording. And on this one, I never read a complete script. I don't think anybody did, but we read the sequences that we were in and had a continuous running dialogue of what was going. These movies are made with a great flexibility of it. They work on it, you record it, they start off with the storyboards and words that you say, then you record them, and then they go away for 6 months and refine and alter and change and test what we have done up to that point. And so every time we would show up to work, there would be some new iteration of this idea that had been presented to us at the beginning of what everybody was going through. And what was brand new on this one was that Annie and I got to record together at the same time. And that never happens. You're always in a sound stage by yourself, not being able to move off mic. And we got to actually relate with this vast history between the two of us, you know. You'd leave a recording studio session thinking, wow, we took it pretty far there. But every time we showed up for the next one, something was revealed to us in the pages that they had for us. So we always knew what territory we were going into, but never the specific route.
Sort of like acting as a treasure hunt.
Thank you.
Right here.
Or you can shout.
Hi, my name's Molly. I'm with All Ears Net, and this is for Tom. So you've been in a lot of monumental roles. My husband's favorite movie is Forrest Gump, my mom's is Saving Mr. Banks, and mine is Toy Story. So I just wondered, no pressure. I just wondered what it's like to step back in Woody's cowboy boots after it's been a quarter of a century that you've been Woody. Is it possible to put into words what Woody means to you?
Woody has been the great gift that I've seen play out again and again in my own family as well as sort of around the world, even in the cultures that it's not my voice, you know, in Spanish or, you know, Mandarin or what have you. Woody still is this three-dimensional emotional bag that kids carry around with them. What I have truly appreciated is that no matter how old you are now, you are all, when you see one of the movies, you're the same age you were when you saw the first one. And there's not a bump, there's not a jolt, there's no nostalgia, nothing ages poorly. It's exactly as it was and sort of always will be. And I think in some ways it's like the definitive Disney enterprise is that there is a cohesiveness and an eternal quality to not just the stories and the characters, but the emotional bonds that we all have with each one of them. And I have always been dazzled when they have come back and said, we're going to try another one. Because the question always is, oh, really? Well, ain't you guys bold? You think you can match that last one we did? Well, good luck. And then they say, as soon as they start talking about Gabby Gabby or Duke Kaboom or the true catalyst of Toy Story 4, so much that it's called Toy Story Forky, because Tony Hale is Forky. Because look at that, look what he is. He is a bunch of stuff that has been empowered by the imagination of his creator. And that is the essential, that's what being a toy is. That's the great power of what a toy has. So they did it. These crackpot geniuses up there at Pixar, the 900 or so of them that operate in their darkened rooms and eat takeout food for months at a time.
Tim described you in a similarly hilarious fashion, I think, didn't he? Who's next? Here? Front row? Several on the front row.
Hi, this is for Tony. I've been obsessed with Forky since the teaser trailer, and I'm just wondering, last night they were handing out Funko Pops. Forky was the first to go.
I haven't gotten one.
It's fabulous.
Thank you.
Wondering what it's like to have a character in a movie that's not even released yet, that is already a favorite of so many people and has already become so iconic.
Oh, well, that's really nice to hear. I mean, I mean it when I say that I'm still kind of waking up to this. So even you saying that, I'm like, sorry, say that again. You know, it's hard to even digest because this has been such a iconic franchise that I never thought that I would be a part of something. But to what Woody, I just called him Woody. He's always Woody to me. But to what Tom was saying is there was a simplicity to Forky that I just absolutely fell in love with, and the fact that he's made from pipe cleaners and a spork and little popsicle sticks, and he brings Bonnie so much joy. And he's brought her into the world. He doesn't understand the rules of the universe. He's very confused when people drop to the ground, when humans walk in. You know, he's just kind of always wide-eyed, and he's very present, and I love the simplicity of it, and it's been a huge honor to voice him. But I will say, we are so grateful to be here and to be these voices, but we are such a small piece of the pie of what is involved in Toy Story. The amount of artistry and creatives and tremendous labor that has gone into this movie outside of us. I mean, the attention needs to be shined on that, because they really have worked so hard, and it's just, the movie is eye candy. It's just such a visual masterpiece. It really is.
Back here in the red.
Hi, I'm Andrew Raimondo from Scholastic News Kids Press Corps. A main question I have is the main message of the story you can leave things behind and start new adventures?
You know, the way we were thinking about it as we were working on it is if I was just to sum it up in one word, it's transition. So every character in this movie has gone through a transition, or is struggling with going through one, or has not gone through one. So Bo Peep has gone through a transition that we learn about while working on the movie. Woody is struggling with moving from Andy's room to Bonnie's room. Forky doesn't even want to transition at all. And right. And Gabby is kind of stuck in time. That's why part of the reason we put her in an antique store is like things are not changing around her. She's covered. There's dust everywhere. And even Duke is haunted by, his past as well. So that's how we approached it when we were working on it. Just kind of thinking of all these characters are kind of having the same theme that way.
And just to echo that, Annie, I remember on our first session with you, you said something that was really important to us.